Well, who better to make sense of this jobs report than the person in charge of putting the numbers together? Joining us now is Labor Secretary Hilda Solis from Washington. Secretary Solis, thank you so much for joining us. Overall, from the economists we have talked to this morning, it's been an underwhelming report. Yes, the jobless rate is down, but we're still seeing not that growth that we expected. Are you satisfied with the numbers today?
Well, I am somewhat surprised that we did see a tick up. And if you look over the last year, in every quarter, we've actually gained jobs. So I think that we're on a steady path. It's a slow path, but nevertheless, we have added jobs. This report today indicates that we've added 113,000 jobs. Surely we need to do more, and the president knows that. And I think that the private sector economists and folks are also revising their forecasts and seeing that there is more, how could I say, positive movement that we can foresee. But, of course, I have to reflect on what the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, gives me each and every month. So I go by that data.
Right, and then that data showed that the jobless rate fell to 9.4%, which, Peter Cook, our chief Washington correspondent, says that this is going to be touted in Washington as good news. However, wouldn't you want to spread a word of caution on that?
Well, I would say that, we're still not out of the woods. We have to continue to move forward, but we are adding jobs. We saw movement with job creation that's been occurring, and we know that there are people that are also leaving the job area. And we know that we have to continue to make sure that they utilize unemployment insurance to get back into the mode of looking for jobs. That's why we're encouraging people to go to our websites, to myskills.myfuture.org, and also the White House One Stop Career Center is also on the website that they can look at.
Secretary Solis, about 3 weeks ago, I think it was, the president had met with about 20 CEOs from around the country to talk about the economy. But the major objective was how to create jobs, because companies in this country are sitting on about $2 trillion in cash, and they're not putting it towards hiring workers. What has come out of that? Has there been anything solid that's come out of that meeting to help the labor market?
Well, I think that the conversation was very helpful because, as you know, around that time we were seeing major compromises that occurred between the Republicans and Democrats and the president to put forward those tax initiatives that are going to help spur more jobs. So evidently, I do think that things are on the right path and that we've taken a turn here for the better. And I hope that this incentivizes more corporations to allow for the more hiring up of people. We've enacted some very good tax credits and dispensing so people can acquire more equipment and write that off. But more importantly, for working class families, those that need an earned income tax credit and people that send their children to school, that's going to be a tremendous savings for folks.
But did anything new come out of that? Has there been any action taken after that meeting?
Well, I think you're going to hear more about that as the president today, out in his visit, will talk more about what he believes we need to do to help restore these jobs here in America. And I do think that we are moving in that path. I know that there'll be discussions with leadership regarding what kinds of jobs need to be created. And I continue to believe that we have a strong, robust area in healthcare and IT. Manufacturing here, that has to come back here in our great country. And I think infrastructure projects certainly will add, and that's a bipartisan issue. So I hope that we can work across the aisle with our friends in the Republican Party.